Welcome back, Warriors. It's me, Linda B. Thank you all so much for joining me here tonight. Hello, everyone. Michael Rodriguez, June Stanley, Iron Eel. Welcome, 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 welcome you all. You're always the first three to show up in my comment section. I really appreciate you guys. We have a lot to unpack, but I will keep it straight to the point. Won't take too long, but it is an amazing week coming up. We already know that Pete Hegseth was actually confirmed. Kristi Noem confirmed. You know, VP Vance had to break out that tie-breaking vote, didn't he? And I'm so excited because I was praying for Pete Hegseth. People were coming out, but he was confirmed. They both taken the oath of office. It is a done deal there. We will still continue to pray for their safety, continue to pray for this country, continue to pray for Trump, his family, his close friends, relatives, the administration, particularly the cabinet, and as well, all of us. All right. Pray that God's sovereignty, his will be done, that we remain a sovereign nation, God, family, country. All right. So don't forget to smash the like button, comment, share, subscribe, notification bell. I am going to go ahead and do a short prayer and we'll get right into it. Dear God, we just thank you for this opportunity to come before you and gather together. And we pray that you continue to protect our nation, continue to protect our president, those working with him to make the country better, Father, that all evil be exposed. We just pray that you be glorified, you be magnified, that we remain a sovereign nation. In Jesus' name, amen. All right. And I will say that I'm praying, but at some point we already know that the sugar honey iced tea is really going to hit the fan. The world's going to come to an end as we know it now. We already know that. It's in the Bible, but there's no harm in praying. There's no harm in doing that. So I'm going to go ahead and start sharing some content with you. So as you can tell from the thumbnail, we've got RFK, Tulsi Gabbard, Kash Patel. This is going to be a week of all weeks. I'm just going to do lives for the most part. I'm not saying I won't do recorded videos, but lives for the most part, because I just want you all to quickly get this information. But I'm going to share this video. This is about, well, you know what it's about.
This morning, more of President Trump's cabinet getting to work as getting two key members are sworn into office yesterday. And a big week ahead for three major nominees with high-stakes hearings, including HHS nominee RFK Jr. on Wednesday and DNI picks Tulsi Gabbard and FBI Director nominee Kash Patel both on Thursday. GOP Senator Marsha Blackburn sits on the Senate Judiciary and Finance Committees, holding the RFK Jr. and Patel hearings. She joins us now. So great to see you, Senator. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Good to see you. Mm-hmm.
So before we get to what's coming up this week, I just wanted to ask you real quickly, how important is it to have the Hegseth and Noem nominees confirmed?
It is so important. These are national security noms, Charlie, and to get them confirmed and get them to work is a really good thing. We were so excited yesterday morning to be there with Pete as he was sworn in. And of course, Vice President Vance did that. But to be with him and his family and to celebrate having his confirmation complete. And of course, we know that Kristi was sworn in yesterday afternoon, and she is going to be leading DHS. We know Tom Homan has been busy this week already with the deportations, getting Secretary Noem in place and running DHS and beginning to position that agency so they are going after these criminal illegal aliens, and they are working to keep this country safe. We're excited about it.
Do you have any sense that your Democrat colleagues realize the situation right now and how bad it would look if they were to have held up these nominees any more than they did?
You know, Charlie, they are doing everything they can to obstruct. They want to slow the process. They want to say Obama and Biden got their nominees first and faster than these Trump nominees. And they are doing this because they do not like President Donald Trump. You look at what they're trying to do to Tulsi Gabbard, which is disgusting. They are trying to say she's a Russian asset. She isn't. She has been.
You know who came up with that Russia mess? Hillary Clinton needs to stop her mess. I'm telling you.
Through 5 background checks. She is a reservist. She's in the military. They do not see her as a Russian asset. People that served with her in Congress know she is not a Russian asset. But the thing is, they are angry with her because she works in a bipartisan manner and will be in the cabinet of a Republican president. And we're going to keep pushing her through. I think, too, they are very fearful of Kash Patel because Kash Patel knows what Adam Schiff and some of the others did with Russia collusion. And they know that he knows the dirt on them, if you will. And I think they're fearful of what he's going to do and what he's going to reveal and what he's going to make known to the American people.
And they recognize that one thing Kash Patel is very devoted to is bringing transparency to what's going on in Washington.
So true. Exactly right.
So to what degree with RFK Jr., like Tulsi Gabbard, do you think Democrats might hold it against them? Because I think you're right. I think that one of the things that really, really enrages them is that these are former Democrats and they feel like they have to. I think it just drives them crazy. It makes them so mad that these are Democrats who found a way to work on common sense solutions with President Trump.
See, that's why they're really ticked off. I'm telling you, Tulsi Gabbard and RFK are former Democrats, okay? She left and became an independent. Tulsi Gabbard did. And then at a Trump rally, she announced she was joining the Republican Party. I think RFK is still an independent, but they both have issues with the Democrat Party because they realize this is a party of censorship, warmonger, and other things. And they are so ticked off about that.
You're exactly right about that. It does make them angry. And so they're wanting to punish them. And the way they can punish them is to withhold their vote or to slow down their nomination. RFK Jr. is going to do a great job at HHS. And I tell you one thing, he is going to help us find these 300,000 children. I've been trying to find these kids since it was 75,000. And the Biden administration has never responded to where these children are. RFK is going to get in there. He's going to rework CMS with Dr. Oz. He is going to work with Marty McCary to straighten out the FDA. He is going to work with Dr. Bhattacharya over at NIH. You're going to see transparency. People want to know what really happened with COVID. I think we're going to be able to find out what happened. People want to know why you are seeing certain things be slow walked through the FDA and changes and stopping a revolving door at the FDA. And President Donald Trump and RFK Jr. are going to make that happen. I am looking forward to them getting to work aggressively. When you look at what Marco did in his first few days and the way he has halted foreign aid for 90 days and has brought this forward for review, this is a president, this is a cabinet that is not wasting any time.
They're not wasting any time. I just hate to cut it short, but they're not wasting any time. And you know, those demons are mad. Ooh, those demons are so mad. But I am just excited for what's to come. We've got a great week. I'm going to be right here. Don't forget that I am going to be pushing out a video with Vance Everett Ellison on Wednesday. This upcoming Wednesday, January 29th at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is going to be wild. Okay, I got to share this video. Now, you know, this whole video live stream is about RFK Jr., Tulsi Gabbard, and Kash Patel. You already know that because the demons are they're really upset. I mean, they are so literally upset. It doesn't make any sense. These people are about to lose their junk, okay? They're about to lose their minds. All right, so I'm going to share this clip with RFK Jr. and something that he's saying right here, right now.
And my prayer is this. I asked God for 19 years to put me in a position where I could end the chronic disease epidemic and bring health back to our children. And in August, God sent me Donald Trump.
So this was during the campaigning, I believe it was. Oh, wow. And he's got something going on with his voice. I want something that makes his vocal cords have spasms, I think, and it comes out strained. But I want to read this too. This is from a conservative PR firm. They're spending hundreds of thousands of dollars to try to sink. They're trying to stop RFK's nomination. Could it be because they're also pocketing millions from Big Pharma? Now, this is coming from Nicole Shanahan, which was RFK Jr.'s running mate. And again, I'm going to just say allegedly, and millions from Big Pharma and super PACs that supported Nikki Haley's campaign against Trump. This is the precise corruption the American public voted against in November. And I'm just going to read this. It's Federalist Society's Leo is assisting with anti-RFK Jr. campaign. Leonard Leo's firm is working for a Mike Pence founded group to block Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s nomination as health secretary. Boy, that Mike Pence has turned out to be a real disappointment, hasn't he? He came across as so Christian, so conservative. He just turned out to be a real pain in the butt. And again, I'm going to repeat, Leonard Leo's firm is working for a Mike Pence founded group to block Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s nomination as health secretary. A public relations firm chaired by Federalist Society co-chair Leonard Leo is assisting in an effort to derail Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s nomination to lead the government's health agencies. Leo's firm, CRC Advisors, is helping publicize the campaign by advancing American freedom, the advocacy group founded by former VP Mike Pence to convince GOP senators to block Kennedy. The CRC employees 2020 resume file lists another corporate client, pharmaceutical giant Eli Lilly. Like its competitors, the drug maker has faced scrutiny from Democratic lawmakers for jacking up the price of insulin products that diabetics need to live. And so that's the whole thing with that. You can be on either side of the political aisle and have your hand in something that you make profit off of, and you don't want someone who's going to get in the way of that. You just don't want that. And that's what's happening. That's what's happening here with RFK. They don't want him. They do not want RFK. But we're going to pray, right? We're going to pray. So I just wanted to go over, and I'm going to get to some other great clips. Don't forget to smash like, comment, share, subscribe, all notifications. So this is a list of diseases, okay? This is a list of diseases and the percentage that they have gone up in frequency in the last 30 years. So what changed in the last 30 years? Disease or disorder increased since 1990. ADHD is at the top. It went up 819%, Alzheimer's 299%, autism spectrum disorders 2,094%, bipolar disorder in youth 10,833%, celiac disease 1,111%, chronic fatigue syndrome, depression, diabetes, fibromyalgia, hypothyroidism, lupus, osteoarthritis, sleep apnea, asthma, autoimmune disorders, food allergies in children, and non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. These have all gone up in astronomical amounts. Unbelievable. So this is why we need someone like RFK. God is using RFK to help us. Okay, we got a lot. This could actually help save some of our loved ones or us, or someone that we know that is going through any of these issues. And I'm pretty sure that the issues that we experience in our society go far above and beyond what's on this list, because there are others that I can think of as well. All right. So now we got to get to Tulsi Gabbard. Okay. Now I just got to say, I love it when she puts people in their place. Now she's done it a couple of times. She's done it on The View. She's done it also, at that debate with Kamala Harris. So here she is putting them in their place. And Joy Behar is getting all up in her feelings. So I know these are older clips, but they are so fun. I can't get enough of them.
Yeah. No, look, some of you have accused me of being a traitor to my country, a Russian asset, a Trojan horse, or a useful idiot, I think was the term that you used, which basically means that I'm naive or lack intelligence to know what's going on.
They use that.
I want to let your viewers know exactly who I am.
All right.
Set the record straight. I am a patriot. I love our country. I am a strong and intelligent woman of color, and I have dedicated almost my entire adult life to protecting the safety, security, and the freedom of all Americans in this country. It was the attacks on 9/11.
Well, so I guess we're getting a little bit far ahead of ourselves, but Franklin Graham finds you refreshing. He doesn't find me refreshing. Richard Spencer, the white nationalist leader, says he could vote for you.
Joy, this is why
you're on Tucker Carlson at least 10 times. Why don't you go on Chris Wallace's show?
This is why I'm here, because you and other people continue to spread these innuendos that have nothing to do with who I am.
Well, Hillary Clinton started it, and then you shot back at her, boy. You called her the queen of warmongers.
You doubled down, unfortunately, on the baseless accusations that she made that strikes at the core of who I am. I'm a soldier. Because of the attacks on 9/11, I enlisted in the military to go after and defeat and destroy the evil that visited us on that day. I've served.
So that's her giving them the business. And you see how they treat people that are on the left versus people on the right. They are a hot mess now. The media is a mess. And clearly, I'm talking about clearly biased. There's no way you cannot see that the fact that they are so entirely biased. And I just got to go with her, but she crumbled down on Kamala Harris. Boy, she put Kamala in her place. She was sitting up there looking like she sucked a lemon. Watch this. This is from 2020, I believe.
Congresswoman Gabbard, you took issue with Senator Harris confronting Vice President Biden at the last debate. You called it a, quote, false accusation that Joe Biden is a racist. What's your response?
I want to bring the conversation back to the broken criminal justice system that is disproportionately negatively impacting Black and brown people all across this country today. Now, Senator Harris says she's proud of her record as a prosecutor and that she'll be a prosecutor president, but I'm deeply concerned about this record. There are too many examples to cite, but she put over 1,500 people in jail for marijuana violations and then laughed about it when she was asked if she ever smoked marijuana. She blocked evidence. She blocked evidence that would have freed an innocent man from death row until the courts forced her to do so. She kept people in prison beyond their sentences to use them as cheap labor for the state of California. And she fought to keep cash bail system in place that impacts poor people in the worst kind of way.
Thank you, Congresswoman. Senator Harris.
We don't want to hear what Senator Harris got to say. She was looking up there like, yeah. And Tulsi Gabbard told the truth. Kamala Harris did all those things. And that man's name that she blocked evidence on, sentenced him to life or 50-something years in prison was his name is Jamal Truelove. Okay, he came out and supported Donald Trump this last time. At one time, I felt like he was going along with the demon rats, but he was like, nah, Kamala Harris is, she a mess. She's a mess. So now we're talking about RFK Jr., Tulsi Gabbard. The DEMS are literally scared out of their minds. They are so scared for real right now. They are so scared. And yes, they're scared of RFK. They're making money off these pharmaceutical companies. They don't want him to clean that up. Yes, they don't want Tulsi Gabbard. They've accused her of being a Russian asset. And that Hillary Rodham Clinton, I don't like her. And another thing, they are really scared of Kash Patel. They are scared of that Kash Patel. They are so scared of him. It's amazing to me. Kash Patel is a man that's about business. And he's not going to, I want to show you guys one more clip. I'm sorry, I forgot to show you this clip right here. This is with JD Vance. This is about Tulsi Gabbard as well. I'm glad I remembered that I need to show you this clip. So let's check this out, and then we'll go into Kash Patel.
Both the Wall Street Journal and the National Review, conservative publications, as you know, have been critical of Tulsi Gabbard. The Review called her an atrocious nominee who deserves to be defeated. They compared her defense of Edward Snowden, the fugitive who stole U.S. secrets, to an attorney general who thinks the mob gets a bad rap. Her refusal to accept U.S. intelligence findings that Assad gassed his own people, they said, was like a nominee for OMB director not being able to count. Does any of this give you pause, putting her in charge of the U.S. intelligence community? Yes or no?
No, Margaret, look, these are publications that attacked Donald J. Trump obsessively, but those publications don't determine who the president is, the
And
American
ultimately
people
supported
do.
him.
And Donald J. Trump is the person who determines who his cabinet is, not these publications that I think, frankly, have lost relevance. Here's
Both the Wall Street Journal and the National.
So you see, conservative publications, I mean, sometimes you be looking like some of these so-called Republicans are not the best either. And one more thing, I do want to show this clip with Matt Gaetz. Now, remember Matt Gaetz, guys. Oh, my goodness. Here he is on Tulsi Gabbard.
Now, all of this is happening against the backdrop of key national security confirmations for the Trump administration before the United States Senate. Former Congresswoman Tulsi Gabbard has her critical Senate confirmation hearing on Thursday. I know Tulsi well. She was a warrior for our nation in uniform and a warrior for the truth on the House Armed Services Committee, where we both served. She stood up to her own Democrat party and refused to vote to impeach President Trump. She stood up to Kamala Harris in the presidential debates. As Director of National Intelligence, she will stand up to those who have violated our constitutional rights while they cheerlead for needless, endless war.
See, they don't want anyone for stopping needless wars. You guys, you know about wars and how they make people rich. I did a live earlier today talking about Lyndon Baines Johnson. When he left office as president, LBJ, whatever year that was, he was worth $100 million, which is to the equivalent of $900 million today. Not far from $1 billion. This man was part of that whole thing. All right, that was LBJ. Now, let's get to the real good stuff, shall we? We've got Kash Patel. I'm going to show you an older clip. I believe this is before the election. He's with Benny Johnson talking right here. And this is just coming from my account on X. And I want you guys to just check this out.
It's the same thing with Epstein's list. It's like, what the hell are these Republicans doing? Oh,
I saw you
give out the list.
I saw you make news this morning about that. I got to get to that.
Yeah.
You say that the FBI has Epstein's list. They're sitting on it. That doesn't seem like something you should do. You're protecting the world's foremost predator. That seems like an evil thing to do, regardless of who may be embarrassed in the release of that list. Why is the FBI protecting the greatest pederast, the largest scale pederast in human history?
Simple, because of who's on that list. You don't think that Bill Gates is lobbying Congress night and day to prevent the disclosure of that list? And why is it that the Senate, and good for Senator Blackburn to try to get it out, but then Dick Durbin comes over the top and says, no, we're not going to release the names. I don't care about the list itself, but if you release the names, right? What the hell are the House Republicans doing? They have the majority. You can't get the list? You're going to accept Dick Durbin's word, or whoever that guy is, as to who is on that list and who isn't, and that it can and can't be released? Put on your big boy pants and let us know who the pedophiles are. We have an election coming up, and we need to adjudicate this matter at the polls. God knows the FBI and DOJ aren't going to do anything. But how are you going to reward the FBI with a new headquarters building after their illegal surveillance on Donald Trump continues with a reauthorization of FISA, and we can't even get basic documents out? This is
so that list, the names, okay. This, as you can tell, this was prior to the election, and that Senator Durbin is a senator he's a Democrat. okay, out of Illinois. And he's not for releasing the names. And the Republicans in the Senate, like, what are you guys doing? You have the majority. Do something. Put your big boy pants on, okay? Because somebody, you know, I don't know. I just wish that Republicans would be more aggressive in getting things done. I mean, it's like they're not as aggressive as the Democrats are, to me, in my opinion. They are too lax, you know. They don't do any as much. They talk without doing something. Come on, get things done. Now, I believe with Donald Trump being in office, things are going to actually get done, because I'm sick and tired of these people not doing what they're supposed to be doing. Now, here's another clip from Kash Patel. I'm not sure when this was. I think this is more recent, but here it is right here. Take a watch. Take a watch.
Just look at Nancy Pelosi's insider trading deals. It is insider trading, and she keeps making up hundreds of millions of dollars. So do dozens of other congressmen and women. So they know what's going to happen. They're writing the legislation. They're doing the funding. It's the same thing for the media circuit. These people, not all of them, but for the most part, live and breathe to get on these TV shows. I could care less if I'd ever do media again. In fact, I'd probably be a much happier guy. These guys are begging to get on your show for 3 minutes here and 4 minutes there. They're begging for relevance, and they're looking for any way they can get it.
Do you think it shouldn't have any government officials on?
I think they should just have people who care about questioning them neutrally. Again, not a Republican or Democrat thing. Like, if someone goes out there and specifically lies about Russiagate, about impeachment, about insurrection, about the 51 Intel letter, call them out on it. But they keep having them on over and over and over and over again.
Yep, see, that's Kash Patel again. They don't want Kash Patel. They don't want that one. They don't want Tulsi. They didn't want Pete Hegseth, but he's confirmed. Kristi Noem, confirmed. Okay, now we got RFK, Tulsi Gabbard, and Kash Patel. I want to show you a little bit more of Kash Patel. Now, I did another live about government gangsters, and I'm just going to show you a little bit of that, just a piece of it, just a teeny weeny piece. And you can go back and look at my other live with that. But government gangsters is wow. I'm talking, wow. That's a great documentary. I'm just going to cue it up really quick and let you guys check this out. Oh, wow. This is so good. So we got to pray, warriors. We got to pray. And don't forget to smash the like button. Please go ahead and smash like.
Ukraine.
Good morning. I'm here today to answer at a public hearing any legitimate questions Chairman Comer and the House Oversight Committee may have for me.
Hunter Biden is the son of now President Joe Biden, who has been convicted of multiple felonies in federal court for crimes involving narcotics and weapons, and is being investigated for potential fraud at home and abroad. During the 2020 presidential election, something strange happened. Hunter Biden's personal laptop ended up in a repair shop left behind by Hunter himself. The laptop contained a plethora of information regarding Hunter Biden's criminality, regarding narcotics, sex crimes, possibly underage women, and other nefarious activities. The laptop was turned over to the federal authorities before the 2020 election. Under normal circumstances, this would be a bombshell, but this is not how the scandal would play out.
Look, Biden and his son are stone cold crooked, and you know it. His son walks out with millions of dollars. The kid knows nothing. You know it, and so do we.
The FBI, who had the laptop, would bury it. They worked to stifle any attempts to investigate the allegations, witnesses, or anything pertaining to the contents of the laptop. All of these things, which are probably illegal and definitely unethical, occurred during the investigation of Hunter Biden. The administrative two-tier system of justice refused to go out and indict Hunter Biden when their own FBI possessed the information themselves. That means there was an intentional decision made to give Hunter a pass. As the scandal unwinded, the intelligence community would send a disinformation campaign into play by having 51 members of the intelligence community across multiple agencies sign a letter saying that this laptop scandal had all the hallmarks of a Russian disinformation campaign. That's to say, former heads of the NSA, CIA, and Department of Defense all got together weeks before the 2020 election to call Hunter Biden's laptop Russian disinformation so people would think it wasn't real. The problem is the FBI knew the entire time and had corroborated that Hunter Biden's laptop was in fact real. Here's how good the deep state is. They said that the laptop in the investigation had all the hallmarks of Russian disinformation. The mainstream media would do the rest. The mainstream media would come in and say it is Russian disinformation. In addition to the media covering up for Hunter Biden, big tech also intervened on Joe Biden's behalf. Twitter censored the New York Post, the fourth largest newspaper in America, by blocking its truthful reporting on Hunter Biden's laptop. Meanwhile, Facebook restricted the sharing of any information about the laptop on its platform. In my opinion, that single piece of election rigging propaganda secured Joe Biden's victory. Joe Biden has publicly claimed that neither Hunter Biden nor his family engaged with foreign actors, received money, or had any discussions with any entities about such matters.
All right, I just want to show you a little clip of that. That's from Government Gangsters. I did a live on that, and you can Google it. It's free. It's out there. That's Kash Patel's documentary. This was, of course, before the election, well before it. He talked about the Hunter Biden laptop that you just saw. He also gave information on those emails that Hillary Clinton said she did not send or receive classified information. Former FBI Director James Comey absolutely testified that there was classified information that Hillary Clinton exchanged on a not secure server. He said that should have been done and over with, but yet he came back, the evil powers that be got to him and said no prosecutor would take this case, and that was it. That was it. Oh, you know, Abomination and Loretta Lynch, I think her name was the former AG at the time. So guys, we all know politics is crooked. And like I said a moment ago, these Republicans need to get their act together. They don't like strife. Well, you're going to get some strife right now because we got to clean up stuff. We don't have time for any soy boys. We need some alpha males and some women who are like Tulsi to get in there and get things done, like Kristi Noem and others. We got some strong women too, patriotic. We're not afraid to speak the truth. So you all want another fast day. I don't know. Let me pray about that. I'll get back to you because we really need to do it pretty soon. We really need to do it like really, really soon. I'm going to go ahead and say, gosh, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what you guys want to fast. Do you want to do it tomorrow between 12 and 6 tomorrow? You want to go ahead and do that? If you're not able to do so, please don't fast. We're going to pray that these confirmations go through. Okay, between 12 and 6 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, January 27th. Okay, January 27th, pray that these confirmations go through 12 noon to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to go ahead and pray and fast about that and that, you know, the right thing happens for this country and all the good things. You guys on board? We're going to fast? Yes, let's do it. Michael Rodriguez says that's tomorrow, guys. Tomorrow, January 27th, from 12 noon to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to fast. If you cannot do it because of a health reason, please don't do it. Please don't volunteer to do this. Please don't do it. But those of you who know you can without any issues, stay hydrated with water. I'm always drinking water. And just pray about these confirmations and everything. Thank you all so much for joining me. Don't forget to smash the like button, comment, share, subscribe, notification bell. I'm going to end this video. You guys are amazing. Check out my videos that I posted today. Like, comment, share, all the things. You all be blessed. Love God, your families, these United States of America, and march on, warriors. Good night, everybody.